Anyways, if you're new here, welcome. I don't even know what I was saying. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Dryelle here. Today I have another journal with me video. This is going to be for week 29 part 1. I hope you guys enjoy. Now for the self-promotion. If you like, leave a like. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you consider subscribing. I make videos every Monday through Friday, all related to traveler's notebook, journaling, planning, all of the fun stuff. Any comments, suggestions, leave it down below. Now I'm done with the self-promotion. Now let's get started. Alright guys, so I got my traveler's notebook here with me, and as always I am going to remove my insert out of my traveler's notebook just to make things easier for me to work on. So this is going to be for week 29 part 1. If you haven't watched any of my journal with me videos and you're not familiar with how I usually shoot those videos, I like to split my week into 2 separate videos. So I'm gonna have a journal with me part 1 and part 2 for each week of the month. I like to do that just so I can show you guys all of the layouts that I created throughout the week, but I also give you enough layouts that you can use it to withdraw some inspiration, but the videos don't get too long. I'll think that if I combine the entire week, so all of the 7 layouts for the whole week in one video, the video will be like a 2-hour long video. So I don't think you guys will like that. So I like to split that, so at least I give you enough layouts that you can work with or grab some inspiration. I know some of my layouts might not be everybody's cup of tea. I try to really mix it up and change up quite a bit my layouts just to make it a little bit more fun. And I don't do that because of my YouTube channel. I truly enjoy playing around with my journal, and although my choice, my theme of choice is usually vintage, I absolutely love vintage. I like to play around. I think my journal would be too boring if it was all vintage layouts. I don't know, that is just me. I like to play around even though that's not my favorite themes. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, so for this video, this is going to be week 29 part 1, as I mentioned. So I'm going to be showing you guys the layouts for Monday, July 13th, Tuesday, July 14th, and Wednesday, July 15th. So for this day here, usually Mondays and Tuesdays are very heavily related, what I'm trying to say, very heavily influenced by my YouTube channel. Those are usually the days that I'm less busy with other things in my life, so I can actually use those days to batch record and edit my videos. It doesn't always work that way. I really try to batch record as many videos as I can on that day, but not always I can record everything that I want to record. But I try to at least record the bulk of it, as much as I can in this day. So usually Mondays and Tuesdays are very heavily influenced by my YouTube channel. So because I was doing a lot of recording this day, I really didn't have anything. I know I keep saying the same word, special, but it's like there's nothing really meaningful that happened in this day that I could use it to decorate my layouts. I like to decorate my pages with something, with a theme that somehow reminds me of what happened that day. So if nothing really, special or meaningful happened, then those are the days that I venture a little bit with the layout and I change it up a bit. So this is one of them because it was, heavily recording day for me. I didn't want to do another layout with just a bunch of cameras. I think it gets too boring, so I just decided to play around. If you guys know that I think I mentioned that a couple of times in my videos, pink is not one of my favorite colors at all, but I got this washi tape from one of my pen pals. This is actually the Starbucks Reserve Roastery washi tape from Travelers Company, and you know, it's a special edition from Tokyo, and it was just such a pretty washi tape. And you know, on those heavy recording days for me, I drink a lot of coffee, so I think that's a great way to use my washi tape that is a Starbucks theme. So not that I drink to Starbucks, I make my own espresso at home, but you know what I mean. So I just wanted to, it was just an excuse to use this washi tape because I thought it was such a pretty washi tape, and I just wanted to use it. So the whole theme on this page is gonna be something that I can match with this washi tape. So if you notice there on the page, this washi tape has a light rose color throughout. So I wanted to go with a very heavy rose, not rose, what I'm saying, pink. Why I'm saying rose? Oh my god, this is not a good voiceover at all. I'm sorry, guys. But what I'm saying is like pink. So yeah, so pink. I wanted to go with a whole pink theme. So I just decided to, added a bunch of papers, different colors. This pink receipt paper that you see there, one of my pen pals also sent me that one, and she sent me this doily that was also pink. And this bus ticket that I got was from Skyline Studio, so it's a vintage ticket. Some of those pieces of ephemera are from Tim Holtz, the ones that look like vintage. The paper also, the bluish, yellowish paper that you see me placing right there is also Tim Holtz, as well as the one that has this image of this illustration of this flower. That is a pinkish, light pinkish paper as well. It's also from Tim Holtz. And I'm just coming in and adding some flower stickers to it. And I added also that banner sticker that I'm going to use it to write it the date. But yeah, all of those stickers, unfortunately, I cannot link it to you because they are all from my pen pal package that she sent it to me. I don't know where she got those stickers from, but it's just a bunch of flower stickers that I could find that had a pinkish tone to it. I'm sure if you like this layout and you wanted to recreate it, I'm sure you can find like stickers that you can use it. That's just a bunch of flowers really. But if you pay attention to this layout, it's very similar to one of my previous layouts that I did it last week on my Friday video actually. And it was just a bunch of a cluster of paper, and I really liked it to play with that. It gave me the freedom to play around and mix a bunch of paper. I really liked that, so I wanted to recreate kind of like the same layout idea. And although it was like super crazy, so many different colors of pink, I actually enjoyed it. I really liked it how it turned out at the end. But anyways, moving on. Now you're gonna see me there removing this washi tape that I covered the staples. And if you're wondering why I even bothered to add those washi tapes to the center right there, I do that just for the sake of protecting my traveler's notebooks elastic. I'm hoping to be using that that leather cover for quite some time. And I know those elastics can be damaged, very easily. So I try to avoid, especially because I do remove, I do not remove. I added pages to my insert. So I have to actually lift it up the staples and added extra pages and then place the staples back on. And I'm not as good put those staple back on, so it doesn't you know, stand flat anymore as it was before when I first got the insert. So just to avoid that the staples end up damaging my elastic right there, I just usually cover. And as you saw, I usually remove those washi once I get to this page, because I'm gonna cover with something that makes more sense for me to decorate, you know, in terms of decoration of the page. But anyways, rambling too much. I just wanted to explain what it is. So here what I try to do, again, Tuesday, another heavily oriented day that I was working with a lot of of my videos. I was editing, I was still recording some videos this day and editing quite a bit. So that was the bulk of my day. So what I decided to do, I wanted to do a very girly, very light colors, with just white and beige and some flowers. So I wanted to do very feminine, but I wanted to add a paper doll that had some camera. So you notice that I picked some of them there. They all are holding a camera just to indicate what I was doing that day. I ended up deciding for this one because I think the colors on her clothing with the light brown and white jacket, I think it really matched with the whole color scheme that I was going for it. So yeah, I just decided to go with that. But you're gonna notice that I went with very light colors. So there's a music note page that I added to the center, and I decided to, you know, decorate the page in the center instead of on the edges of the page, for the solely purpose of covering the staples. I could just try, I did before, I just random added some washi tape back again that matched with the decoration, but I thought might as well just bring the you know, the cluster of papers or the collage to actually the center. I didn't have that crazy amount of journaling on this day, so I actually you know, could just decorate a little bit in the center and cover the staples, and it still be okay. So you see me using some music note book page. This is a vintage paper. You're gonna see me using some white doily and also some a very light paper. So this paper on the right, I don't even know if you can see from this video, because I can barely see here from where I am recording this voiceover and I'm watching the video on my laptop. I can barely see the paper, but there's actually a piece of paper, you know, that it was actually one of my pen pals that sent it to me. It's a very light paper. I forgot what it's called right now, the type of the paper, but almost looks like what I'm trying to say, you know, baking sheet. That's what it looks like. But oh gosh, why can I not remember the name of the paper? It, you know, my brain plays tricks on me every time that I'm doing a voiceover. It just go blank. Like I don't remember words, I don't remember name of things. It's just so much fun. But anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to add it there just to add it a little bit more of a different texture. I came in with those stickers. Those are also some stickers that one of my pen pals sent it to me, and I don't think you guys can see it from there, but the paper on those stickers actually has glitter, and it's the cutest thing. It actually shines. It's super cute. But anyways, I just added a little piece of a paper that's like a very light green. This is from a vintage paper that I had left over, so I decided to add that. I added a washi tag right there just to write the date. And I'm using some washi tapes. They're very light color that has like very pastel colors, and music notes. That one was also something that my pen pal sent it to me, and that's it. It is a very simple layout. There's not a lot going on here, but I think I really like this one too. It's like, you know, sometimes the layouts that has the least amount of things are the ones that you like the most. I think even though I'm not that type of gal, that likes very feminine stuff, like too much. I like more like earthy tones and things like that. I think I really like that one. It turned out very good. But anyways, so I thought I was done with the feminine pages, too girly. I already had it done one with all pinks, and the next one was all very like girly and white and cream. So I decided to switch it up a little bit, and more than better than actually go with a vintage page. As always, I have to have some vintage layouts because those are my favorite. Now, full disclosure here, I don't think this was my best layout. Actually, believe it or not, out of all of those three, this layout was probably my least favorite. And I know it may sound crazy because it's vintage, but I don't know. I think it's like at that point right now, I was running out of ideas, and the reason I decided to come up with this page and I decided to go so dark is because this was a very stressful day for me. This was Wednesday, July 15th, and you're gonna see me writing the word stress because that summarizes pretty much my entire day. It was such a stressful day for me. I had a lot of issues with my computer. I almost thought my computer was going to die. I lost a lot of my original footage that I saved from my YouTube. I was so stressed out this day. I was like, yeah, I was a pile of stress this day. It was a very intense day for me. So I wanted to kind of indicate that with a more heavy layout, a very dark layout. So that's why I decided to go with some distress inks from Tim Holtz, a very dark ink color. So I went with a darker brown and a black ink, and I just distressed the edges of the page, and then I came in with the brown and I distressed the entire page because I wanted the layout to be super dark. Then I used some of this tissue paper that I got it from an antique shop here. This is Extra Simplicity package. It's like a sewing pattern, and it has this very brown cream color. So I decided to write the word stress with my Tombow brush pen in brown on that, and I think it turned out okay. So I put on the side, and I'm just coming in. I just decided to go with a very black and brown layout just to really demonstrate how heavy that day was. I think those very dark colors can be very dramatic on a journal page. So I thought was a good idea. Like I say, I don't know. I think the idea of creating a brown and black layout was a good idea. Was just not what can I say? How can I say that? I just didn't perform the way that I wish I had. But that's okay. Like I say, I don't stress too much because I journal every day. I get the opportunity to create different layouts every day. So even if I don't super love a layout in my journal, I still get to, come up with different layouts in the next day. So it doesn't bother me that much. Anyways, I just grabbed this washi tape sample that my pen pal had sent it to me that had a bunch of like tags. So I just decided to put on the top right there just so I can use it to write the date. And I found a bunch of like piece of ephemera from Tim Holtz. They were like black or brown, just to keep up with the same color scheme. And you're gonna notice that they are all vintage themed. But yeah, I just decided to do that. And the papers that I'm using there, I just used for the brown, it's a craft paper, and the black one, it's from Tim Holtz, from the paper stash that I got at Joann. And the paper tape that I'm using is actually a Classique paper craft tape, and those stickers right there, that sticker, that brown sticker that has the number 15. I actually decided on that because one, it's a vintage looking, two, it has the color brown, and three, it had the number 15, which is this day was July 15th, so I thought it was perfect for me to use it as the date. And then I just needed to write it the day, Wednesday, in the tag there, so I decided to go with that. But yeah, and the other sticker washi that I use on the bottom there was also from a sample that one of my pen pals sent it to me. I don't know where she got that one from. And I decided to finalize the the layout with this paper doll from Tim Holtz. It's just a bunch of like, you know, old pictures of people. And I just decided to grab this guy that he had like a face of someone not too happy. So I just went with it. I thought it matched the whole theme. But yeah, besides that, I am going to use my fountain pen to just write it the day of the week. I don't know why my fountain pen has a hard time to writing on top of washi tapes, but once I try it on a piece of paper, then I'm able to write it on top of the washi tape. But yeah, besides that, I am coming with some extra pieces of washi, and I'm just adding, I don't know, just to add a little bit more of, I don't know. I was just thinking it was kind of blah at this point, so I was just trying to come up with like some wood stamping and a stamping around. I really like this wood stamp that I got at Michael's. It's just a letter. I love it, especially for my vintage layouts, just to add a random space, especially at the edges of the page. I think it adds a little bit more of dynamic to the page. And plus I'm gonna finalize with some extra washi tapes on the corners on the left. Just I thought that's like I decorated super heavily on the right, and there's really nothing else left on the left side of the page, so I just came in with some washi tape. And that one, it's a Sunny Sunday washi tape. It's a very like vintage theme as well. That one I got at Cafe Analog. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it here when it comes to this layout. I don't have anything else that I'm going to edit. I'm pretty much coming to an end. I'm just adding, you know, I'm ripping it in the middle of the washi tapes. I don't know what it is. I started to get into using washi tapes, but like split into two pieces instead of just, you know what I'm saying? Like just ripping in half. I don't know, I think it adds a bit more of a texture to the page. But anyways, I'm done here. I'm just gonna bring it close so you guys can take a look at all of the details on the page. And yeah, just so you guys can have a close-up look. But I hope you guys enjoyed. It was super simple, the layouts today, but I hope you guys still got some inspiration from those layouts, and you can still recreate some of them, or at least gain some inspiration so you can do something else on your journal. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you tomorrow.